everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is going to be my detailed review and install of the Borla Touring catback exhaust system available for your 2015 and newer 3.5-liter EcoBoost powered F-150. All right, guys, you know what to expect in this video. We're going to talk construction, we're going to talk sound, and I'm even going to breeze over the install quickly for you here. And on the surface, expect a very straightforward 1 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter with a little bit more detail coming up later on. So the Borla Touring catback exhaust system is going to be a premium option for the EcoBoost owners out there who want to keep things as quiet as possible. Now let's face it, guys, these EcoBoost trucks may out-tow the Coyote-powered trucks, but they're never going to sound quite as good in the eyes of many. So if you're one of those owners out there who agrees with what I'm saying in that regard and you don't want to overly exaggerate that turbocharged V6 tone, the Touring from Borla is going to be a great option. Borla is and has been one of the premium options in the exhaust aftermarket for some time for both the F-150 and the Mustang alike, but also make a number of different systems for different vehicles as well. They also happen to make the systems for Ford Performance, so obviously these guys know what they're doing when it comes to making a solid system, and that will be immediately apparent to you as soon as you unbox this thing and go to install it onto your rig. All right, guys, if you've been shopping around on the site for an aftermarket system, you probably noticed Borla offers 3 different catbacks for your EcoBoost powered truck, the other 2 being the Stinger S-Type and the ATTAK, both of which are going to be considerably louder than the Touring system we have here. And let's get right into the sound, because on the surface, all of these systems from Borla are going to look nearly identical, but the big separating factor, of course, is the overall sound or volume. And as you heard with our sound clips here, guys, the Borla Touring is very, very mild as advertised. You are getting a slight bump in volume over the factory system with the Touring system here, but again, not a whole lot, which a lot of you owners might like out there, again, if you don't want to really hear that V6 tone. Now you're getting a little bit more growl, maybe a little bit more turbo noise, but this thing is dead quiet while cruising on the highway. So breaking out my wake the neighbor scale, with 1 essentially being a stock exhaust, this thing's only going to come in at a strong 2 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to wake the neighbor scale. Again, if you're after an aggressive system, the Touring simply will not be for you. I would say the Touring, along with the MagnaFlow stuff, are going to be 2 of your most quiet options on the site for your EcoBoost powered truck. But again, if you want something that's going to be a little bit louder, but you want to stick to the Borla quality, check out the S-Type or the ATTAK that we mentioned a little bit earlier. So if you're really not getting a ton of sound from this system, why might you still be interested in the Borla? Well, obviously the Borla quality of construction and overall build is going to be one of the biggies here. Premium grade 304 stainless steel throughout, including the 3-inch tubing leading through the mid-pipe resonator, through the Touring muffler, before splitting off in the 2¼ mandrel bent tubing, everything exiting out the very brightly polished 4-inch tips embossed with that Borla logo. Let's go back and talk about how this system gets its mild tone, and of course it all revolves around the muffler and the resonator included with this system. Of course, you are getting that mid-pipe resonator, but the biggie here is going to be the turbo-style Touring Series muffler, just keeping sound levels in check overall. In addition to that, you are getting the very cool dual same-side exit configuration, and I will say personally, I think this looks very sharp when installed on the truck. It is going to dump in the stock location behind the passenger side rear tire, and it is going to save you a little bit of weight over that factory system as well. However, if you do like this sound of the Borla Touring, but you're really not crazy about this configuration or this look, we do also offer the tried and true dual split rear exit, a classic look for any truck. It is available here on the site, and guess what? It's going to cost you just as much as the system we have in this video. And speaking of price, the Borla is going to tax the wallet a little bit here, but that's really nothing unexpected, as you are seeing premium materials and a premium build quality as expected with Borla as a whole. You're going to be looking right around $1,100 for this system, which again puts it in line with the rest of the premium systems available here at American Muscle, including Corsa and also that Ford Performance stuff, which of course is made by Borla as well. So as the old saying goes though, you get what you pay for, and that certainly is true when it comes time to bolt this thing up to your truck. But switching gears, let's talk about the install real quick. And like I just pointed out, this thing practically put itself together on our EcoBoost powered truck. So much so that it was very straightforward and only took us about an hour from start to finish. Might take you an hour, maybe 2, depending on your mechanical expertise. 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here. Again, guys, this one isn't going to test the toolbox too much. I do want to point out, however, that the longer wheelbase trucks will need some additional parts here. Mainly there's a mid-pipe adapter that is available available on the site from Borla. Basically Super Crew with the 6.5-foot bed or a Super Cab truck with an 8-foot bed. You guys will need to pick this thing up. It's gonna cost you about another 80 bucks on top of the system, but it is required for the installation. So just make sure you have that before getting started. Other than that, basic hand tools here, socket set is really all you need. You should be making some noise in no time. The reality of the situation here, guys, is that a lot of our EcoBoost truck owners out there don't feel like they can upgrade their exhaust without getting that ricey tone, for a lack of a better term. As a fellow EcoBoost owner myself, I'm happy to report that the Borla Touring here is going to be an upgrade in every way, shape, or form, while giving you just a little bit more tone than that stock exhaust. So that's going to be my review of the Borla Touring, which you can find for your EcoBoost right here at AmericanMuscle.com.